broke up with a man recently and things did not go according to plan. We've been on 8 dates. 8 dates. We met on Hinge and we hit it off and he was great. He was a lovely human being and I really enjoyed his company. But after 8 dates, I felt as though after I met his friends and I met his family and things, that was a little bit soon for me. I just felt like things were moving a little bit fast and I was not as interested in him as he was interested in me. So I call my mom and I say, Mom, I don't think that I'm interested in this person anymore. I kind of just want to text him or call him and let him know that. She goes, well, I feel like 8 dates, you do owe him a face-to-face. I said, you're right. I think that this is going to be uncomfortable for me, but I do think that you are right. That I need to sit him face-to-face. I need to tell him why I'm not really feeling things anymore, which is really just because, like, I don't know, we're not getting there. And I can't tell you why we're not getting there because you're a lovely human being. But, you know, sometimes 2 puzzle pieces are just meant to be with other puzzle pieces. I think that that's what's going on here. So I pick a cafe near his house. I text him, hey, I think we need to have a serious conversation. And I really don't want to have to do this right now because he's not feeling well. He's been texting me every few days telling me that he still has this cold and he can't get over this cold. And so I've been trying to prolong this until he feels better, but this cold just keeps going on and on and on. And I don't want to keep up texting him like, hey, babe, how are you doing? Like, let's call tonight, when I know that I'm not interested anymore. So I just know that I have to rip the Band-Aid off, and even though he doesn't feel well, maybe it's better that way because he already feels terrible, so this won't add as much pain when he feels good, you know, it'll just add pain on top of pain. I don't know how to do this. I've never broken up with someone, so what do I do? Do I wait until he feels better, or do I just rip the Band-Aid off and I just do it? So I say, I'm just gonna do it. I talk to everybody. I'm on set that day, and I am talking to every single person I've ever met at this set, and I'm asking them their advice on what to say, on what to do, and I originally was gonna take him to ice cream, and they said, don't take him to ice cream. Ice cream is way too romantic. You just need to take him to a coffee shop. Because I was like, but why not ice cream? Why not dinner? And they're like, no, those are all too romantic. You want to get in, you want to get out. So I get off of set at 6:30 and I text him and I say, hey, is it okay if we meet tonight? It's something that I really want to talk to you. It is something serious. He says, okay, that's totally fine. Where do you want to meet? Now I pick a coffee shop right by his house. It's like a 2-minute drive. I did not want him to have to go far. He's not feeling well and I'm going to break up with him. So I feel terrible about even making him leave the house, and I'm trying to make it easy on him. So I roll up at this coffee shop a little bit before him, like 6:50, and I walk in and immediately realize that this is not the vibe that I was looking for. It is filled with 20 at least older, maybe 60 to 70-year-old Armenian men playing chess. They're all smoking cigars, having a great time, and now I feel as though I'm intruding on their night, right? Their chess night. So I feel like I need to move locations, but he texts me that he's 2 minutes away. Okay, so he's early, I'm early, and there's nowhere else for us to go. Everything on this block is closed except for this coffee shop. So I just decide I'm gonna send it. So I shimmy through the chairs that have been pushed out, and I'm like, oh, so sorry, sir, smoke flying in my face, and I walk up to the barista and I say, hi, can I get 2 teas? Because he's feeling sick. She said, what kind of tea? I say, well, a tea that says, I'm so sorry that I'm breaking up with you while you feel sick, and it's not you, it's me. It's definitely something that I'm dealing with, and I think that I might not be over my ex-boyfriend. I don't know why I even went on a date with you. I'm not over my ex-boyfriend. I didn't even realize that I wasn't until I started seeing you and I started to compare you to him, and I don't know if it's just you or if it's that or what's going on, but I do think that this is not working out anymore, and I'm so sorry that I led you on. I'm so sorry that we went on 8 dates, and I probably should have called it earlier because I thought early on that it was not the right fit, but I wanted to push through because I feel like you were such an amazing guy and I didn't want to lose you. So do you have a tea for that? She says, I'll just get you chamomile. Yeah, great. So that was $14. $14 for chamomile tea. Okay, I see you, Glendale. So I give her my $14, and I can't find a table because they're all taken. So I shimmy my way over to the window, and I find 2 chairs, and I just push them up against the window. I said, this is gonna have to do because I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I possibly can. So I'm sitting there, anxious, shaking, worried, not sure what I'm going to say, and in he walks. So the minute that he walks in, I can tell that all of these men have now clocked that I'm sitting here, he's standing there, and this is either going to be a romantic, coffee date, or it's not going to go so well. And I could see it in their eyes that they're intrigued. What is going to happen here? I look over at the barista. She stopped what she's doing. Okay, now this just got interesting for them. Chess and a show. So he walks in and he's holding my favorite mug. Now, I did not tell him to bring my mug, but I was thinking about it when I texted him to come to coffee because I really wanted that mug back. It was my favorite mug and I left it at his place, but I also didn't want to tip him off that this was a breakup, even though maybe I should have tipped him off that it was going to be a breakup, but I did say it was a serious conversation and he's smart. So he put 2 and 2 together and he brought the mug, which is very kind. So he sits down and I go, oh, why'd you bring the mug? And he goes, well, you're breaking up with me. I said, well, no, we're not dating. But I do think that we should call this off. He goes, why? And I said, it's not you, it's me. Silence. Everyone has stopped what they are doing. They have heard, it's not you, it's me, and now they know that this really is a show. It's not just a cute little date. This is a breakup situation. And I audibly see a man over there go, yeah, she did say that. It's not you, it's me! I'm the fucking cliche! I'm the girl that went on Hinge and wasn't ready for a relationship. I know I've since got off the app. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, but also, is it right? I don't think so. So whether I was ready or not, it's not working out. But I just say, it's not you, it's me. I think that I'm not ready for a relationship right now, and I'm sorry that I led you on, and you are an amazing guy. Truly, it was so nice to get to know you, and I wish that we could still be friends. I hope that we can still be friends. And he says, okay, do you have any notes for me? And I say, no notes. You are lovely. It's not you. And he goes, okay. Well, I have some notes for you. I hear the barista. She has literally dropped what she is doing. She goes, okay. Well, what are your notes? Well, I wouldn't get a Valentine's Day gift for somebody if you're going to break up with them. Now, Valentine's Day was our third date, and he got me flowers, and I got him a little journal, and I wrote, put all of your fun ideas here, because he's a creative. And so I thought I was doing something nice because, it's our third date. I don't know you that well, but you're going to get me something I know because you're kind, and so I'm going to get you something. But I totally understand the note. I take the note, I process it, and I say, absolutely, I completely understand. I won't do that again. Thank you. Anything else here? And then he got very emotional. Now, I kid you not, this coffee shop buzzing with conversation when I arrived. Chess was being played, smoke was being puffed, coffee was being ordered. Silence! 20 men staring at us. Like I said, chess and a show. Man now emotional. I'm sitting here feeling heartless, and I'm not sure what to do, and his back is to the men. So he has no idea that he is being watched by all of these people, and I feel really bad because I've put him in this situation. I put him in a situation where now he is being watched, being vulnerable and emotional. So I say, why don't we take this outside? He goes, okay. So I help him up, and he puts his arm around me. I let him have it because he needs it. He needs his support. And we walk out of the shop, and we go to my car. He tries to give me a goodbye kiss. I say, no, I think that no. He says, okay, well, when you're ready, will you call me? No, I will not. But thank you. Thank you for everything. I feel terrible. So he leaves, and then I get in my car, and I am doing a 60-point turn because someone is parked super close to me. I mean, like this. So I'm going, trying to get out of this seat, and I start to notice that the men from the coffee shop are following me out. They're walking towards me, and I'm like, I can't get out of here fast enough. And one of them starts waving at me. No, sir, please do not wave at me. Excuse me, just trying to get out of the spot. Why is he getting closer? Why is he coming to my window? There's 10 of them walking towards me. Knocks on the window. Yes, hi, sir. You forgot your mug. Thank you. Start to roll the window up. He goes, so you're single now. Window all the way up, and I start to zit back, and zit until I got out of there clean. Anyway, it was not how I planned it, but it went, I think, as good as it could have gone.
Let me tell you guys about all the times I've accidentally flashed my boobies to a large amount of people because it's happened way more than it should have. Wait, let's start off with the worst. I'm on a Zoom meeting for school, okay? And my teacher's like, Layla, turn your fucking camera on. Oh, keep in mind, my ex is on the Zoom. And there's probably 40 other people on the Zoom also, okay? Layla, turn your camera on. Okay, fine, I'll turn my camera on. I turn my camera on, I put it on my nightstand, and I forget about it. I forget I'm even on the fucking Zoom. And then I need to get ready for practice. So I started stripping, I'm fucking ripping my shit off, and I'm relentless. I'm just getting changed like nobody's watching. I turn around. There's the camera. Oh, it is so nice. I love how I just changed for 5 whole minutes scrummaging around my room, bent over, ass cheeks out, boobies out. Nobody thought to maybe unmute. Hey girl, you're flashing your fucking butthole and your boobies. Like, are you serious? No. Are you serious? I've never been so mortified in my entire life. And that's not where it ends. The other day, I post on my personal account. I post what I think is this really cute TikTok. I'm like, wow, like my face card period. Like, think I look so cute. I go to work. No service at work, okay? No fucking service. Then, at the end of my 6-hour shift, I look at my phone. 6 missed calls from my mom. What could that be? I answer, look at your fucking TikTok right now. Oh my god, girl, what could be so bad about my TikTok? No, what? Do you know what was on there? Not a nip slip. No, girl. That was my whole fucking right titty. The whole thing, guys. I am not even being over dramatic in this life. Left it up for 6 hours. Do you know how many group chats I'm probably in? Do you know? And you may be asking, how did you not see? Because I was just distracted by my face card and my hair was like this, exactly like this. And it was just peeking through. Last but not least, I'm in the dressing room at dance. And I think I have my costume on all the way. And I'm talking to this big group of people, including people from my dance studio. I'm like, telling a whole story. And my friend goes, Layla. My whole titty's out. I just explained a whole story. And my titty was just jiggling the whole time. So if you're ever embarrassed, just refer back to this video.
I slept naked to teach my roommate's boyfriend a lesson. I live with my childhood best friend and have for the past 2 years, and things were perfect up until now. She recently just got a boyfriend and he's been spending a lot of time at our place. In the beginning, I didn't really mind because him and I became good friends, like he's a cool person. But now things have gotten weird. He seemingly has an aversion to knocking. I mean, he just barges into my room without knocking. This has happened a few times and fortunately he has never walked in on me doing anything weird. However, on at least 7 separate occasions, he's been doing it first thing in the morning. Like he just barges into my room asking me if I want coffee. I sleep naked, but obviously I sleep under the covers, so he's never seen anything. I'm not a very confrontational person, but I have told him that he should knock first. He always responds to it as if I'm joking. He giggles and he says, well, but I didn't. I just needed to teach him a lesson. So last week when he slept over, instead of sleeping naked like I usually do under the covers, I decided that I was going to sleep naked but on top of the covers. And sure enough, he barges into my room at 7 a.m. and there I am, laying naked on top of my bed. He immediately backed out of the room and didn't speak to me for the whole day. Then later, my friend pulled me aside and she was screaming at me. She was absolutely furious. She thought I was like trying to seduce him, which couldn't be further from the truth. They're not talking about this with everyone we know. They're talking to me as if I'm like some sick creep who intentionally wanted to seduce her boyfriend by laying on top of the bed naked. But on the other hand, I can kind of see where they're coming from. So am I in the wrong here?